Is the season only really just couple more weeks left before Christmas, and we've got Natalie Maclean of nataliemaclean.com, which is Canada's largest wine site. You are the editor-in-chief of that site to talk about all kinds of wines for the holidays.
Absolutely.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Great
Prime time for wine.
Yes, you must be a busy lady right now.
I am. I'm sort of thinking I'm a little bit like a red-nosed superhero at this time of year. The right kind.
But for a lot of people, this can break the bank, you know, for a lot of people, especially if they're hosting parties or going out for so many parties, right? How can you do it affordably?
Well, you know, these days you don't have to pay a lot to get a great bottle. So there's a lot of reasons why. There's lots of competition, new regions, new wineries, technology has brought down the cost. But all of those factors combined means that you can get a great wine under 20, under 15 even.
That's fantastic, because not too long ago you bring a cheap bottle of wine, people will be like, oh gosh. I mean, they treat it like it was poison almost, right?
Yeah, that well-watered fern in the corner.
Exactly. So
what do you look for?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know, there's a few tips. So there are certain regions that offer really great value. If you think Chile or Argentina, South Africa as well, regions that are either trying to establish themselves or have great growing conditions that don't make their cost of production high. So that's one tip. You could also look for wines that are not badge wines. So Chardonnay and Cabernet tend to be really highly priced, but if you go for a lesser known grape like Malbec or Torrontés or something like that.
I don't know.
Yes.
It's interesting, you know, people, I know you shrug your shoulders at this, but a lot of people buy their wine based on the label.
Of course they do.
It's
yes,
true.
Isn't that crazy? Do. Yeah,
I believe that.
You're thinking like little fluffy squirrel or a castle, or. But you know, wine is so unlike any other purchase. You can try on a dress, you can look at the first chapter of a book, but the label is all you have to go on. At least legally, you can't taste.
That's all you have to go on. So can you pull something out here for us?
Absolutely.
And just point to something and just talk about the wine.
Okay, so we all like sparkling wine or champagne around the holidays. Champagne is expensive. It's great, but I love to look at cheaper alternatives. So if you look at Spain or Italy, you've got cavas and proseccos. Wonderful cavas here. They're going to be a fraction of the cost. So entry-level champagne, you're talking about $50, $60 a bottle. We're talking under 25 or even 15.
And taste is comparable?
Absolutely. It's toasty, it's bubbly, it's great for a toast or throughout the meal.
That's a
Isn't that beautiful?
Bottle,
Isn't that gorgeous? Gift wine right there.
That's very
This one is $29.95, Segura. It's from Spain. It's lovely. I mean, you pay double for champagne.
I want to make sure we get through all of these. So let's focus on the white wines.
Okay.
What would you recommend?
Absolutely. So a lot of brands have their sort of second lines. Like I think of it as Max Mara Weekend Wear, that kind of thing. So, you know, if you look at Sterling, which is a Napa Valley Chardonnay, you'd think I'm going to pay up. But they have a line called Vintner's Collection or Vintner's Reserve, and these are under 15. And so they're very nice wines. They're really affordable. They're well made. They come from a producer that knows what it's doing in terms of a winery.
That's fantastic.
Right there.
Okay. What else
And red wines.
Okay, before we jump to red, rosé.
Oh, yeah, the in-between.
Exactly. So rosé is fantastic for turkey. Turkey at our house tends to be dry, at least the way we cook it. We're always, I don't know, we're fixing our mistakes with wine. So this is a dry rosé, and it's mouth-watering, it's juicy, it's got these notes of field raspberries. It's not the pink syrupy stuff.
No, not too sweet, but on the sweet side, though.
Well, this one is bone dry, actually.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
And do you serve that slightly chilled? How do you serve rosé?
I would. Slightly chilled. Not as chilled as your whites, but slightly chilled.
Plus, people drink enough, they won't even notice, right?
Exactly.
How bad your cooking is. So, the red wines, and I want to ask you about this is the organic wine. A lot of people are drinking organic wine for a number of reasons.
Now, it's not going to cure a hangover.
Right.
Too much wine is too much wine.
People say that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So it's more of an environmental thing, but a lot of people look for that because there is a certain care in the process that goes into making organic wines. Here we have one from Argentina, Zuccardi. And this Cabernet, it's lovely. It's a gorgeous wine. It's organic, and it's $13.95.
It's a great price.
Isn't that great?
And Argentinian and Chilean wines are sort of where you focus in terms of sort of price point as well?
Yeah, well, those
well.
offer real deals, but also here in Canada, we make terrific wines.
Absolutely.
And value is relative. So, you know, we make terrific Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir's homeland is Burgundy, where you're going to pay up big time. But if you look at Canadian Pinot Noirs, you're going to pay half the price, but great quality.
can we end off on a Canadian wine here? Do you have a Canadian red? Or
yeah, I have. Let's see, what's here? Okay, nope. I've already drank it.
That's too funny. That's too funny.
The season.
Well, do you have a Canadian anywhere on the table here?
Not today, but I do have some with us, with me. We have Baco Noir, a big full-bodied Henry of Pelham Baco Noir. We have Toss, great producer across the board. Sketches Riesling, great for Turkey.
All under 20 bucks.
Yes, a lot of these are terrific wines, and you know, from start to finish with
Natalie,
your dinner.
Had to do that all about Canada.
Thank you so
much. Natalie Maclean from NatalieMaclean.com. Talking about wines here. Can go to her website. Thanks so much for dropping by the morning show.
Thank you, Rosie,
We'll be right back.
All right, cheers.